From Oakland, Alameda County Coliseum, or as Sal Bando called it, the Mausoleum. This is Kurt Berglund with Pine Tar Baseball, my great team's tournament American League Championship Series Game 4. The 1980 Kansas City Royals are visiting the 1974 Oakland A's today, and they lead the series 2-1. And you would think to yourself, well, even though they're on the road, they have an excellent chance of going to the World Series. Well, maybe. Here's the problem. The Kansas City Royals have burned their best 2 starting pitchers, and starting pitchers numbers 3 and 4 need to go in games 4 today and 5, if needed, tomorrow. Let's look at those pitchers. Rich Gale, as you can see from this card, had 28 starts on the 1980 season, and at home he was a B pitcher, and he improved to an A+ pitcher the 3rd time through the order. However, on the road, the first 2 times through the order, he will be an E pitcher because he is on the road today in Oakland. He does improve the 3rd time through to a C, but an E is tough, especially against a good team like the Oakland A's, the World Series champions in 1974. Rich Gale also had some control trouble in 1980. He's got walk numbers on 55 and 77. And he can give you 6 innings unless he improves that with good performance. But let's say Rich Gale wins today. Let's say he loses today, and it comes down to Game 5. Who do the Royals have in Game 5? Well, their 4th starter is Paul Splittorff, the soft-tossing lefty. At home, he's a B pitcher. The 3rd time through the order, he improves to an A. But on the road, he's worse than Rich Gale. He starts the game as a G, and he improves to an E the 3rd time through the order. These 2 pitchers are who the Royals are counting on to win one of these 2 games to get them into the World Series. That may be a tall order. The Oakland A's, for their part, the 1974 Oakland A's, have Ken Holtzman on the mound today. Ken Holtzman is exactly what you would think of for a number 2 starter on a World Championship team. He's an A pitcher, and he remains an A pitcher throughout the whole game. He has no strikeout or walk modifiers, and he can give you 7 innings and even more with good performance. Their Game 5 starter is up in the air if he is needed. So let's see how this game turns out and whether we go to Game 5 in Oakland for all the marbles tomorrow. For this game, if the Royals win, they go to the World Series. If the A's win, we go to Game 5 tomorrow. Let's see what happens. Leading off in left field, here's the batting order. Willie Wilson for the Royals. Batting second, the DH, Hal McRae. Batting third, the 3rd baseman, George Brett. Batting fourth, the center fielder, Amos Otis. Batting 5th, the 1st baseman, John Wathan. Batting 6th, the right fielder, Jose Cardinal. Batting 7th, the catcher, Darrell Porter. Batting 8th, the 2nd baseman, Frank White. And batting 9th, the shortstop, U.L. Washington. On the mound, as I told you, it's Rich Gale. For the homestanding Oakland A's, the 1974 champs, Billy North in center field, leading off. Bert Campaneris batting 2nd at shortstop. Sal Bando batting 3rd at 3rd base. Reggie Jackson batting 4th in right field. Joe Rudy batting 5th in left field. Gene Tennis batting 6th at 1st base. Claudell Washington batting 7th, and he's the DH today for the A's. Ray Fosse batting 8th at catcher, and Dick Green batting 9th at 2nd base. Alrighty. we are ready to go. It's Ken Holtzman finishing his warm-up tosses on the mound, and Willie Wilson digging in to get Game 4 going. It's must-win for the A's. The Royals win. It's all over on the American League side of the bracket, and they go to the World Series. Willie Wilson leads off. Here we go. It is a leadoff fly ball to left field. He got it up in the air, which is where Holtzman wants Willie Wilson to hit it. Joe Rudi drifting over to the line, and that's one gone in the first. We are underway in Oakland. Hal McRae, DH. Pitch to Hal is a strike 3 called on a Holtzman breaking ball. That's 2 down in the first. And George Brett hit .390 in 1980. An injury-plagued season, but it's .390 nonetheless. Pitch to George. This one's hit in the air to center. Billy North's going to be driven back a few steps, but he'll make the play, and it's a 1-2-3 first inning for Kenny Holtzman. We go to the bottom of the first. There's no score in Oakland. Rich Gale taking the mound with his E grade with him. He's a big right-hander, but not a hard thrower. Billy North standing on the left-handed batter's box. The pitch. This one is hit on the ground to second base. Frank White happily gloves it and throws to John Wathan for the out. There's one gone in the A's first inning. Bert Campaneris stands in. .290 in 1974 for Campy. This one slapped in the air to center. Otis is going to have to run. He's charging, he slides, and he makes the catch before it hits the turf. And that's 2 down in the first. And Sal Bando, Captain Sal. 2 outs and nobody on. 243 for Sal in 1974. And that is a wild pitch all the way to the screen. No trouble, though, because nobody's on base. It's a 1-0 count to Bando. The pitch from Gale is ball 4, and there's that control trouble we talked about. Bando draws a walk with 2 outs, and Reggie Jackson will step to the plate. The A's have to like their chances. They were very confident talking before the game. The pitch to Reggie, strike 3 called on some Rich Gale junk. We've completed 1 in Oakland. And we have no score in Game 4 of the American League Championship Series in my great team's Pine Tar Tournament. TTLBaseballGame.com is where to find your very own Pine Tar stuff. Amos Otis leads off the second. Amos hits a ground ball to shortstop, taken by Campy. He's going to throw to tennis, and that's 1 down. Wathan. John Wathan, 305 in 1980 with a .377 on-base average. This one's hitting the air to left. It's going to drive Rudi back, but fly balls go to die in Oakland, and this one's no exception as Rudi makes the catch for out number 2. Jose Cardinal steps in with 2 outs and nobody on. He hits one in the air to left as well, and Joe Rudi's going to have another chance, which he will take successfully. It's 6 up and 6 down for Kenny Holtzman. We've played 1.5 in Oakland. We have no score in Game 4 of the ALCS. 2 teams left on the American League side. It's Joe Rudi standing in. He'll be followed by Gene Tennis and then the youngster, rookie Claudell Washington. Joe Rudi stands in, and Joe Rudi laces this one to left field. It's in the gap. It splits Wilson and Otis, and Rudi will get to second before the throw gets back in. The A's have a leadoff double in the second. Gene Tennis, 211 on the 1974 season. This one is hitting the air to left. He pulled it. Willie Wilson's coming in a few. He'll make the play, and that's 1 down. Claudell Washington, chance to put the A's in front. Rudi working on his lead. Gale checks him at second. The pitch home to Claudell is strike 3, swinging on a Gale Bender, and that is 2 down. And now it's up to Fosse, a 196, 1974 hitter to drive in Rudy, still standing on second base. Pitch to Ray. They struck him out on more Rich Gale junk. We have played 2. We are scoreless in Oakland. Holtzman back on the mound. He's pitched 2 perfect innings so far. Darrell Porter stands in. He'll be followed by Frank White and UL Washington for Kansas City in the 3rd. This one is grounded to 3rd and gloved by Bando. Bando throws to Tennis for out number 1 in the 3rd. Frank White, Royals second baseman, 264 in 1980. This one is hitting the air to right field. Reggie in a few. He'll make the play, and that's 2 down. UL Washington, better against lefties than righties. He can cause problems if he gets on base. 273 in 1980, and UL strike 3 looking on a Holtzman Bender. We have played 3. It's 9 up and 9 down for Holtzman. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, no score, and Dick Green, Bill North, and Bert Campaneris will represent the boys in green in the bottom of the 3rd. Dick Green stands in. 213 on the 1974 year for Mr. Green, and he bloops it to center, and Otis on the run, and he'll make the play. For out number 1, Billy North. We go to the top of the order. Billy North, 0 for 1 on the day, 260 in 1974. This one is hitting the air to left, and Willie Wilson's got more than enough speed to run this one down. 2 down. And Campaneris, 0 for 1 today, 290, maybe his best season, full season, in 1974. The pitch to him, hit on the ground to 3rd, gloved by Brett. He throws to Wathen, and that will retire the A's in the 3rd. Wow, 3 quick ones, no score in Oakland, and it'll be the top of the order for Kansas City. Willie Wilson, Hal McRae, George Brett to lead off the 4th. This one is a line drive, base hit, left field. Willie Wilson pulls the ball into left. The first hit of the game for Kansas City. Willie's aboard and ready to make trouble. Fosse is a +3. That makes Wilson a 90% chance to safely steal. McRae is on base. The Royals would love an early lead to put pressure on those A's. Wilson works on his lead. Holtzman pauses, stares at him. The pitch home. There goes Willie. And there's the throwdown from Fosse to Green. He is out. Fosse nails him at second with a roll of a 96. Willie Wilson had a 90% chance of being safe, but Ray Fosse says, not today. And then he says, And then he says, Dick Green, you make the tag. And then he says, I gotta stop talking because it's not funny anymore and it's getting annoying. All right, with 1 out, Hal McRae is gonna stand in. It's an 0-1 count to Hal. He took a strike to let Willie steal, but it didn't work out. 1 gone in the 4th, nobody on. The pitch. And, of course, Hal McRae lines a base hit to right field. He goes the other way. It bloops in front of Jackson, and Hal's aboard. With 1 out, George Brett comes to the plate. McRae is on first, working on his lead. Holtzman, the pitch home to Brett. We have a range check. Get to the kitchen. It's a range check. Billy North is going to get there, and that's 2 down for Kansas City. And Amos Otis comes up, the cleanup hitter for the Royals today. 251 in 1980. He's 0 for 1 on the day. There's 2 men out, and Hal McRae is still on first base. The pitch to Amos. Hit on the ground to third. Sal's going to go the short way to Dick Green, and that'll retire the Royals in the 4th. So they pick up a couple of hits, but a caught stealing messes up the inning. And we go to the bottom of the 4th, and we are still scoreless in Oakland, which is not at all like being sleepless in Seattle. Bando, Jackson, and Rudy standing in there for Oakland, the boys in green, in the bottom of the 4th. Bando, no official at-bats. He walked in the 1st. Pitch to Sal. Chopped. This one's chopped over Gale's head. It's off his glove. It's toward UL Washington. UL grabs it and throws. Not in time. Bando legs out, if that's the expression I'm looking for. An infield hit. And with nobody out and Bando on, Reggie Jackson comes to the plate. Jim Fry, I don't think he was a smoker, but he's considering vaping in the bottom of the 4th. Reggie is up. Gale to the belt, checks Bando. The pitch home to Reggie. We've got a range check. Get to the kitchen. Center field, Amos Otis will get there, and that's 1 down for Jackson. Is out, and Rudy steps in. 293 on his 1974 season. Bando still on first. Pitch to Joe. And Joe Rudy hits a line drive, base hit, center field. Bando will stop at second. Rich Gale's E rating modified that from a strikeout to a base hit. And we had 2 on for Oakland with 1 out in the 4th. Gale to the belt, looking for a double play ball from Gene Tennis. 211 for Gino. The pitch. It's a range check. It's another range check. Get to the kitchen. Hit hard by Tennis. Oh, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Gale walked him. Gale walked Gene Tennis. The bases are loaded, full of A's, and it's Claudell Washington, the rookie, who hit 285 on the 1974 season. Jim Fry looking for relief help from anybody at all. And it's going to be Gary Christensen and Marty Patton warming up. Fry wants this game because he knows that G is waiting in the wings tomorrow and not liking that look at all. Claudell Washington stands in. The bases are loaded. There's 1 man out. The Royals defense at double play depth. Pitch to Gale. Hit in the air to right. Cardinal is going to make the catch, and we're going to have Bando tagging at third. Here comes the throw home. Bando has a 65% chance of being safe. He does not go. He bluffs and does not go. And that'll leave everything in the inning up to Ray Fosse as Rich Gale has a chance to get off the hook. The bases are dripping with A's, and there's 2 men out. Bando at third, Rudy at second, Tennis at first. The pitch home to Fosse. And this has a chance for trouble. Hit deep to center. Amos Otis is back to the track, to the wall. It's gone, and Ray Fosse has just hit a grand slam home run. He's left the building. Elvis has left the building, and the A's have a 4-0 lead in the 4th. Wow. A bolt from the bat of a 196 hitter. He slugged .324 on, if that's the right term, if you can call that slugging, on the year. But Fosse took Rich Gale out of here. And wow. We got 2 outs, nobody on, a 4-0 A's lead. Now, they blew a 4-0 lead in Game 2. But we'll see if this one holds up. Green, with nobody on and 2 men out, hits a line drive, base hit, center field, and this is going to unbelievably get over Amos Otis's head and bounce off the wall. Dick Green, a .213 hitter in the 1974 season, makes it to second base on a double. Billy North, 0 for 2 on the day. Chance to drive in the A's 5th run. Gale in trouble. Leaking oil from every pore. Hit in the air to left. Willie Wilson's going to come in to take this one, and he will, for the 3rd out. But the A's put up a crooked number and a 4 spot off a grand slam by Ray Fosse. I said Ray Fosse. One more time. Ray Fosse, who not only has thrown out Willie Wilson trying to steal in this game, he just hit a grand slam homer. Later on, Ray Fosse's going to drive all of the Oakland A's home to their respective homes this evening. He's doing it all. Ken Holtzman is helping out too. He's throwing a 2-hit shutout through 4 innings. It's going to be Wathan, Cardinal, and Porter for Kansas City, and we've got a rare play. We've got a rare play. Pitch. Uh-oh. Wathan is hit by a pitch, and Joe West behind the plate today has just ejected Ken Holtzman and Alvin Dark. Holtzman is gone after hitting Wathan with a pitch, and all of a sudden, everything's in doubt here. What do they want to do now? It's the top of the 5th. There's nobody out. John Wathan's at first base. The A's have to win this game to move on. And we had some camera trouble, but we're going to keep going. Why? Because we can, that's why. It's 4-0 A's in the 5th inning, and Ken Holtzman has just been tossed from this game. So has Alvin Dark. And the A's need a new pitcher. And they're going with Blue Moon Odom. They're going with Blue Moon Odom and hoping for the best. This could put the Royals back in this game. Odom is a right-hander, unlike Holtzman, of course. He has an E rating at home. He improves to a D the 3rd time through the order. He has poor control in 1974. Wild, but he can give him 3 innings if he's doing okay. And he has pitched effectively in this tournament. All right, so with Wathan on first and nobody out, Cardinal comes to the plate. Jose, in the top of the 5th, wants to keep something going. He's 0 for 1 today, 263 in 1980. This one is ball 4 to Cardinal. Oh boy, here they come, the Royals. 2 batters on with no hits yet in this inning, but 2 batters are on, and Porter is at the plate. Darryl Knowles is going to start throwing in the Oakland bullpen. Alvin Dark is gone. Bobby Winkles is running the show for the Oakland A's, at least until Dark can set up his system for communicating with Winkles from the clubhouse. Pitch home to Porter. This one is hit in the air to center, and Billy North is going to be able to play it. And that's 1 down, and Wathan will hold at second base. Frank White stands in. He's 0 for 1 on the day, 264 on the season. This one is strike 3 called on a Blue Moon Odom bender. White's knees buckle, and there's 2 outs now in the 5th. And UL Washington stands in. UL batting 9th today, 273 on the season for the Royals. He has struck out in his only at bat. 2 men on. Royals need something. And he walks him. He walks Washington. The bases are loaded without the aid of any hits. A hit by pitch that got Holtzman ejected, and 2 walks in the inning have loaded the bases for Willie Wilson. There's 2 men out. Odom has a chance to get out of this if he can retire the Royals speedster, who's 1 for 2 with a deadly caught stealing back in the 4th. The pitch. And this is trouble. Hit on a line over Joe Rudy's head. It's going to bounce off the wall. We're going to have a merry-go-round going now. Wathan scores from 3rd. Cardinal scores from 2nd. UL Washington is going to be waived. Rudy collects the ball, turns and fires to Campaneris. Campaneris is throwing home. Washington slides and is out at the plate. Royals fans, I don't mean to laugh, but UL had a 90%. Oh no, I'm wrong. He's safe. Joe West makes the call at home. UL Washington is safe. It's a 3-run double for Willie Wilson. And the Royals use that speed they have on the bases to cut the Oakland lead to 4-3. Blue Moon Odom going to face McRae, but I got to believe he's not going to see Brett if Knowles is ready. The pitch to McRae is looped into center field for a base hit. That's going to score Wilson, and we're tied at 4. The A's put up a 4 spot in the bottom of the 4th, and the A's respond with 4 of their own in the top of the 5th. But they can't, oh man. Yeah, they're going to Knowles. That's it for Odom. The brown stain you see down Blue Moon's Odom's pants is not dirt. Ladies and gentlemen, Blue Moon Odom was indeed an arsonist in this inning. He allowed 2 hits, 2 walks, a strikeout, and so far 3 runs, and the inherited runner to score. And so Bobby Winkles is strolling to the mound, and he's calling for Darryl Knowles to try and get out George Brett before Brett drives in the lead run. McRae is on first. There's 2 men out. Brett is 0 for 2 with a .390 1980 season under his belt, and Brett hits a fly ball to right. This is going to be towards the line, toward the wall. Reggie on the track makes the grab and gets the A's to retire the Royals in the 5th. But as good as things looked for the A's in the bottom of the fourth, they looked not so good in the bottom of the fifth. We're back to even at 4-4 in Oakland. For the A's, it's Campaneris, Bando, and Jackson. In the bottom of the fifth, Campy against Rich Gale, who's still in there against all odds. It's a range check. Ground ball UL. He's got it. He's going to throw to Wathan for 2 down. For 1 down, sorry. 1 down. Bando up, 1 for 1. Run scored, walk, and Reggie Jackson on deck. Pitch to Sal. Is a wild one all the way to the wall. That one is ball 1 to Sal. Gale, where his third time through the order, he's improved to a C grade. We'll see if it matters. Ground ball third, gloved by Brett. He's going to throw to Wathan for 2 down. And now it's going to be Reggie. Reggie's 0 for 2 with a strikeout on the day. Pitch to him, hit in the air to center. Amos Otis has room and will make the play. We've played 5, and we've decided nothing. It's 4-4 in Oakland. Darryl Knowles back on the mound to face Otis, Wathan, and Cardinal. In the 6th, pitch from Darryl. This one is laced to center for a base hit for Otis. He's aboard, and we're in the 6th. That means that running game can kick in for the Royals. They can send him if they want to. Otis working on his lead. Wathan can bunt. He's a good bunter. The pitch home, they're sending Otis. Fossey with the throw to Green, not in time. Otis steals second base. And the Royals have a runner in scoring position and a strike 1 count to John Wathan. Wathan's 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch and a run scored on his day. The pitch from Knowles to Wathan is strike 3 called, and it looked a foot outside. Joe West doing his Joe West thing. With 1 out in the 6th now, Cardinal will come up. Otis still on second base, 180 feet from breaking the tie. Cardinal's 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. The pitch. Ground ball first, gloved by Tennis. That will advance Otis to third as Tennis flips to Knowles covering, and now it's Darryl Porter. Darryl Porter is going to be replaced. Darryl Knowles is going to be replaced at this crucial moment in the game by left-handed setup man Paul Lindblad. So Knowles goes 1 inning, allows 1 hit, 1 strikeout, and nothing else so far. However, he is responsible for the runner on third base at this time. Darryl Porter has been amazing in this tournament. We'll see if he's got 1 more big hit in him to give the Royals the lead. Otis works on his lead off third base. Lindblad to the belt. The left-hander home to Porter. The left-hander home to Porter, grounds 1 to Tennis, who gloves it on a hop and will take it himself, and that will retire the Royals in the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th. A's dodge a huge bullet. The bottom of the 6th, it's 4-4 in Oakland. Rudy, Tennis, and Claudel in the bottom of the 6th for the A's. Rich Gale still hanging on. The pitch to Rudy in the air to left is going to drive Wilson to the track, but no further. And 1 down for the A's. Gene Tennis, 0 for 1. A walk, a run scored. Gino hits one on the ground to second. Frank White on 3 hops. Takes it, flips it to Wathan, and there's 2 down. Claudel comes up, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Rich Gale giving Jim Fry every bit he could want out of this pitching performance. Pitch to Claudel. And, of course, now that I've said that, he walks Claudel. Yes, he walks Claudel, and Claudel trots down to first. And here comes Mr. Grand Slam, Ray Fosse, 1 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a bomb to his credit. He also threw out Willie Wilson. The pitch home to Fosse from Gale. As grounded to White, who's going to flip to Washington for the short way and will go to the 7th. That retires the A's in the 6th. So Lindblad coming back out. But for the Royals, it'll be White, Washington, and Wilson in the 7th. If anybody gets on McRae, a lot of speed to burn for those Royals. See if the A's can control the attack. It's the top of the 7th. We're tied at 4 in the ALCS. Royals win, they go to the World Series. Frank White, line drive, base hit, left field. He hasn't had enough of those, but he's aboard now and has a... No, he can't steal. They're out of points. So that means UL Washington has a chance here to sacrifice. They could use the hit and run. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. The pitch from Lindblad. Washington will bunt. And he gets it down. Bando will throw to Green for the sacrifice, and White will move up to second base for Willie Wilson. 2 for 3 for Willie, a 3-run double, which made everybody forget about him getting shot down on a stolen base back in the 4th. A 3-run double that brought the Royals to within 1. Then he scored on a single by McRae, the 4th run of the game for the Royals, which did tie the game. Now he can put the Royals ahead. He's too... Excuse me. Alvin Dark's vaping is getting in my lungs. Willie Wilson. The pitch from Lindblad to Willie is corked to left, and that's going to get down and past Rudy into the corner. White will score. The Royals lead 5-4. Wilson will go to second and double for the Royals. With 1 out, the Royals have come all the way back from a 4-0 deficit again against Oakland, and they can add to it. They've got McRae up, 2 for 3 with a ribby and a whiff on the day for Hal. Hal lifts this one to center. North is going to make the catch, and Wilson will try for third on North's ramen noodle arm. He's tagging. He holds. It's a bluffed move. He holds, and that'll bring up Brett with 2 outs, first base open, and Wilson at the plate. Wilson on second. Brett will not bat. They're going to intentionally walk him. Bobby Winkles holds up 4 fingers. And at first, Paul Lindblad wants to throw down with him, but now he understands that the 4 fingers mean something entirely different than just 1 finger. So Lindblad's okay now. And Otis will be the batter. 1 for 3 with the stolen base on his day. The Royals have men at first and second with 2 outs. They also have a 1-run lead. The pitch to Amos is a strikeout on some Lindblad high heat. Paul is not happy, but the Royals score the lead run. And we're going to stretch here for the 7th inning. And the 1980 Kansas City Royals are 9 outs from the World Series. They lead the 74 Oakland A's by a score of 5-4 with 9 outs to go. Rich Gale is done for his day. Jim Fry is dancing in the 1980 Royals dugout, and that's really not a sight anybody wants to see. But he's doing it anyway because Rich Gale gave him 6 quality innings. Not a quality start because he gave up 4 runs, but he gave him a good start. 6 innings for Gale. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. He walked 3. He struck out 3 on an assortment of junk. And 4 runs, all earned, and a home run. They all scored on Fosse's grand slam. I can't believe it either. So, in the bottom of the 7th, it's Green, North, and Campaneris if they let Green bat, which they're going to do. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Green's surprised as anybody else. Winkles just waves him toward the home plate. Alvin Dark vaping in the clubhouse. Dick Green, the pitch from Marty Patton. This one's hit on the ground to short. It's UL Washington on a hop. He's going to make the throw to Wathen, and that's 1 down. Billy North stands in. 0 for 3 on his day. Hasn't exactly gotten the attack started yet. Pitch to North. Hitting the... No. He swings and misses at some Marty Patton junk. Not at Marty Patton's junk. No. At soft-tossing Marty Patton's sinker ball, and I use that term in a quotation. Bert Campaneris 0 for 3. Not exactly a fire starter himself today. 2 outs, nobody on for Oakland in the bottom of the 7th. This pitch to Campy is lined to center. No, I'm sorry, lined to left. A base hit for Campy. He is aboard with 2 outs, and he is a threat to go. Although Porter can throw, he's a -8. That knocks Campy down to a 60%. Bando stands in, 1 for 2. A run scored and a walk. Patton can be nasty. Pitch to Sal. Hit in the air to right field. Jose Cardinal is going to get there, and Marty Patton pitches an excellent 7th inning. He allows a hit, but no runs. We're going to the 8th. It's the Royals 5, the A's 4 in a game that Oakland must win. John Wathen stands in. It's Wathen, Cardinal, and Porter in the top of the 8th. They're looking for insurance. Raleigh fingers warming in the Oakland bullpen. Pitch to Wathen. That one goes all the way to the wall. Lindblad just throwing gas now. Ball 1 to Wathen. 0 for 2 on the day for him. He also scored a run. And this time, it's a base hit. Base hit to right. Wathan goes the other way off that Lindblad heat. He is aboard with a single. Cardinal stands in. Against the left-hander, he's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Lindblad would love a double play. Cardinal stands in. Not an accomplished bunter in 1980. Wathan takes his lead. The pitch is chopped again off home plate. This one's going to land in front of Lindblad. He grabs it and throws to first. Cardinal beats it out. Wathan safe at second. There's 2 on with nobody out for Porter. 0 for 3 on his day. And the A's season is getting problematic. Fingers still throwing. They're going to let him face at least one more batter. Porter, the left-handed batter, can bunt, but he's also been a hot hitter. What is Fry going to want to do? You can imagine the wisps of steam coming out of Jim Fry's ears with all the thinking he must be doing. He's not used to doing that. The pitch home to Porter from Lindblad. He squares to bunt. And he gets it down. It's going to be fielded by Bando. Bando's going to throw to Green covering first, and that moves the runners up to second and third, and will bring the infield in for Oakland. Frank White is due. That's it for Lindblad. Here comes Bobby Winkles, and it's going to be Raleigh Fingers. They need a strikeout, and they need it badly from Fingers. Lindblad went 1 2/3 innings and is on the hook for the loss if the score stays like it is right now. Lindblad 1 2/3 innings, allowed 4 hits. He walked 1. It was intentional, and he struck out 1. He has allowed 1 run so far. It was earned, but he's on the hook for Wathan and Cardinal in scoring position right now. For his part, Fingers is in there to get a strikeout. The infield is in. White is up. He's 1 for 3 on the day with a strikeout and a run scored. Is Fry going to put on the suicide squeeze? The pitch home to White. No, he's not. The pitch is grounded to Campaneris. Yes, Campaneris gloves it. He throws home to Fossey, tagging Wathan on the contact play, and Wathan is out at the plate. Joe West makes the call on that one. Cardinal moves to third. White is safe at first on the fielder's choice, and now with 2 outs and men at the corners, the Royals have UL Washington coming to the plate. UL is 0 for 1 with a walk, a sacrifice bunt, and a run scored on his day, and a strikeout. If he comes through, the Royals can start printing tickets, methinks. The pitch to UL from Raleigh. Hit on the ground to second. Dick Green is going to flip to Campaneris the short way, and that will retire the Royals in the 8th. The A's dodge a huge bullet. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The A's down by 1. It's Kansas City 5, Oakland 4 in the ALCS Game 4. Gotta win for Oakland to stay alive. Kansas City wins. It's World Series time. Jackson, Rudy, and Tennis coming to the plate in the bottom of the 8th for Oakland. The pitch to Reggie. Hit in the air to right. Cardinal has room, and that will retire Jackson for 1 down in the 8th. Rudy against Marty Patton, the setup man for the Royals. The pitch to him. Joe takes strike 3 called on some Marty Patton junk. 2 gone in the 8th, and that's it for Marty Patton. Here comes Fry, who's worried about a lot about Gene Tennis, and so it's going to be Dan Quisenberry coming on. We'll tell you about Marty Patton. Patton went 1 2/3 innings. He allowed 1 hit, he struck out 2, he walked none, he allowed no runs. But Tennis has the power to tie this thing in a hurry, and so Quisenberry is on. Quisenberry, the closer for the Royals, an A-plus pitcher on the road, no strikeout or walk modifiers, and a maximum innings pitched of 2. Tennis is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored on the day. Claudell Washington is on deck. The pitch to Gino is strike 3, looking. And Joe West rings up Tennis. Tennis is furious. He throws the bat, but West isn't having any of it. And Tennis is going to be gone if they don't get him out of there. Bobby Winkles hauls Gene Tennis away. That ends the Oakland 8th. We're going to the 9th. It's the 80 Royals 5, the 74 A's 4. Fingers is on the mound to hold the Royals right where they're at. But it's the top of the Royals order. They have to face George Brett one more time. Willie Wilson, 3 for 4 today, 4 RBIs, a run scored, 2 doubles, and a caught stealing. The pitch to Willie from Fingers is hitting the air to center. Billy North coming on. He'll make the catch for out number 1. Cal McRae, 2 for 4, RBI, strikeout on his day. Pitch to Hal. And Hal McRae comes through again. A base hit to center. He's 3 for 5 on his day, and Brett comes to the plate with a man on. Every barbecue establishment in Kansas City is ready to explode if Brett goes deep. It's 0 for 3 for Brett with an intentional walk in the 7th. Fingers to the belt. The pitch to Brett is ball 2. Ball 2 to George. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch to Brett is a line drive base hit. Center field. McRae taking third on Billy North's arm. The throw comes into second base. The Royals have men at the corners, and now Otis is up. The A's defense must move in. First and third, 1 man out. McRae at third, Brett at first, and Otis at the plate. 1 for 4 for Amos with a stolen base and a strikeout on his day. The A's defense is in. The infield is in. Fingers needs a strikeout. The pitch to Amos is grounded. No, he got his strikeout. My bad. Fingers strikes out Otis, and the runners hold. Wathan comes to the plate. He is 1 for 3 on the day, hit by a pitch, scored a run, struck out. Wathan at the plate, Fingers to the belt, Brett at first, McRae at third, 2 men out. The pitch grounded to first, gloved by Tennis. He's gonna take it himself, and that will retire the Royals in the 9th. The A's dodge bullets in the 8th and the 9th. Can they get the job done now and come back? They've got a huge chance right now. The Royals will make no defensive changes for the moment. Dan Quisenberry is on. He came on in the 8th. The lineup for the A's in the 9th. They need 1 run to tie, 2 runs to walk it off and force a Game 5. If they lose, it's over. The Royals go to the World Series. Claudell Washington, 0 for 2 with a walk and a whiff on the day, is going to lead off. He was .285 in 1974. Dan Quisenberry throwing his submarine stuff. Pitch to Claudell. He lifted it in the air, but it's not deep. Amos Otis, 1 down. Ray Fosse coming to the plate. Is Winkles going to call him back? Yes, he is. It's going to be Jim Holt. Jim Holt, pinch hitting for the Grand Slam guy, Ray Fosse. Fosse was 1 for 3 with his Grand Slam on the day, but Holt is going to pinch hit against Quisenberry. On deck right now is Dick Green. One out in the 9th. Holt at the plate. The pitch from Quiz. Hit in the air to right. Jose Cardinal is coming on, and he will make the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. Quisenberry is throwing his stuff. There's 2 outs. The A's are down to their last chance. It's going to be Angel Mangual for Oakland, pinch hitting for Dick Green. It's the bottom of the 9th. The A's need a run to stay alive and force extra innings to take the win that they desperately need to force a Game 5. If the A's lose, it's over. If Quisenberry gets this out, the Royals go to the World Series. The A's go home. The pitch to Angel Mangual from Dan Quisenberry. Is ball 4. Ball 4 to Mangual, and that's going to bring out Herb Washington to pinch run for Mangual while Billy North comes to the plate. Herb Washington, the pinch runner extraordinaire for the 74 A's, will pinch run for Mangual here in the 9th. Billy North stands in. Billy's done nothing today except catch some fly balls. He's 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Quisenberry to the belt. The pitch home is hit in the air to center. Amos Otis on the run to right center. He makes the catch, and the Royals win Game 4. That does it for the American League Championship Series. The 1980 Kansas City Royals are champions of the American League. American League champions. The winning pitcher is Rich Gale. The losing pitcher is Paul Lindblad. The save goes to Dan Quisenberry. And the line score goes like this for the victorious 1980 Kansas City Royals. 5 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hits. They left runners all over the place, as really they have this whole series, and they committed no errors. For the vanquished 1974 Oakland A's, 4 runs on 5 hits, and they committed no errors. So in 3-1 fashion, the 1980 Royals eliminate the 1974 Oakland A's in what I would call a mild upset. We are down to 2 teams that I would not have predicted would be in the finals of this tournament. They are the 1964 Phillies, who defeated the Expos 3-1, and if you haven't watched that series, Please do so. It's amazing. And the 1980 Royals defeated the A's 3-1 themselves. The Phillies have a 9-2 record going into the World Series. The Royals have a 9-5 record going into the World Series. The series will begin in Kansas City for games 1 and 2, and then shift to Philadelphia for games 3 and 4, and if necessary, game 5, and then back to Kansas City if needed for games 6 and 7. This is a best-of-7 contest, the first best-of-7 in the tournament. It's going to decide it all. These 16 teams started it, and we're down to 2. Thank you so much for joining me. Check out Pine Tar Baseball at ttlbaseballgame.com. ttlbaseballgame.com. Jim Bunning will be the starting pitcher for the 64 Royals in Kansas City for Game 1 of the World Series. And the Royals starter in that game will be Dennis Leonard. So it's going to be a Bunning-Leonard matchup in Game 1 of the World Series. Thank you so much for joining me. My name's Kurt Berglund. Please click like and subscribe to my channel. And hey, leave me a comment too. Let me know how you like it. Check out Pine Tar Baseball at ttlbaseballgame.com. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. So long, everybody.